Hello, CTE Lab remote learners. Today I am going to share with you the workaround that I'm requesting for the Cornerstone for Module 2, file number 2. Okay, and as soon as this video is completed, I will post it into the Module 2 Cornerstone project assignment. You'll notice here that there's a show me how video for file number 1. There's a show me how video for file number 2 for blended learners. And as soon as this one's finished, it will be a show me how video for file number 2 for remote learners. All right, so let's go into our application. We are in the Cornerstone. There's so many objectives that you guys are not able to complete. So the tasks for file number 1, we're not going to look at right now. The tasks for file number 2, you'll be importing a Word outline. You'll be using paste, formatting some columns and resizing, adding a footer, and then linking to another presentation. All right, or those are what are expected, but they work much better in the licensed version of PowerPoint, which you guys do not have. So we need to download a few different files: the Cornerstone 2 Cookbook Starter, the Cornerstone 2 Cookbook Document. So let's go download those. Cornerstone 2 Cookbook Document. We're going to download that. Mine automatically opens up, so I'm going to let it open, and then I'm going to minimize it, and we'll get back to that in a minute. And the other item is the Cornerstone 2 Cookbook Starter. Okay, so we're going to download that. Now let's go back into the tasks and file number 2. So create new slides in Cornerstone 2 Cookbook Starter from the outline by using the cookbook document. All right, so I can already tell you that is something you cannot do. The Cornerstone, just a moment. Let me close that and let me open it in the online version of Microsoft Office. Okay. So we're going into PowerPoint, and I'm going to upload and open a document that I downloaded, which is the Cornerstone 2 Cookbook Starter. So that's opening so that you can complete some tasks for the Cornerstone activity. We see that there's only one slide. When we go back to the instructions, we're supposed to create new slides in this starter presentation from the outline using the cookbook document. Well, we know that we can insert new slides. We can insert a table, pictures, shapes, lots of different things, but you cannot pull a new slide from an outline. Okay, so what I need you all to do for the new slide is choose the one that is the title and content, and you're going to add that slide. Then when you have open the cookbook document that asks, Cornerstone 2 _ cookbook, okay, see the title slide up here, you need to have this information, pumpkin pie. Let's copy it and go back into your presentation. Let me show you. You'll actually need to have, because you're using the online version, you'll need to have the Cornerstone 2 Cookbook Starter PowerPoint open on one tab, and then the Word document you're going to have open on another slide, okay? It is the Cornerstone 2 cookbook. So I'm going to open and upload that. So again, let's go back. The task that we're trying to work on is creating new slides in the PowerPoint presentation by pulling an outline using the content in the cookbook Word document. That is just not something that can be done on the free Microsoft version. Okay, so what we've done, the first, when you open the Cornerstone 2 cookbook starter file, what I need you to do is to add a new slide, and you're going to add the title and content layout and add the slide. Okay, that's slide number 2. Now, so that we can satisfy some other tasks that it asks you to do on the pumpkin pie slide, you're going to create your own pumpkin pie slide. It's not real challenging. It's just not getting it completed the same way the instructions are telling us to. So in the Cornerstone document, when you're looking at it, not quite sure why it's not all the way open. Pumpkin pie is in the heading 1 style. What that tells you is pumpkin pie would be, if you were able to use the licensed version of Microsoft Office, pumpkin pie would pull from the Word document into the PowerPoint presentation as a title. So we're going to copy pumpkin pie with its green font and everything, and then you're going to go here and add that as a title. Didn't say green. I wonder if you can change the color. Home and the font color, and we're going to make that just lovely green. Okay, now the next thing that would have been able to happen, again, if you were in a licensed version of Microsoft Office, is that anything that's listed in a Word document as heading, as the style of heading 2, okay, you see what we see here, that would come across as a bullet point. So again, we're going to copy. You're going to go back into the presentation, and look, it's already ready with a bullet point. So you're going to paste that information. The air is getting chill and the leaves are turning. Celebrate fall with our favorite squash pie, pumpkin pie. Okay, so now you have created one of the slides. There actually would be others. The carrot cake would have come across as the next slide, and where the healthy carrot shows its sweetness, as well as anything else in green. You have the butternut squash soup. You have August harvest stew, and that's all. Okay, so but I'm only going to have you create the pumpkin pie slide in your presentation document, because other tasks have you work in this file, in that slide. All right, so you have completed all of that. Now, next task, use paste, format columns, and resize. So copy the ingredients and cooking instructions for pumpkin pie and paste it into the pumpkin pie slide. That's why I had you create the pumpkin pie slide. So here are the ingredients. I don't know why that's there. So you're going to copy the ingredients and cooking instructions for pumpkin pie. So that's what we've done here. That's all of the information. We're going to copy it, and we're going to go into the pumpkin pie document, and we're going to paste it. But I have a feeling it's going to tell me to use Control V, and I understand that. So here's this information. So you've satisfied copy the ingredients. Now it says format the text into 2 columns. Let's see if we can do that. You've got it selected. On the Home tab. This is alignment. I don't think it lets you add anything. Let's see, insert columns. No. Design, maybe? Slide size. No. I don't believe that in, let's see if it's in the view column, but I'll tell you it's not. It's in the home column. So you are not able to put your information in columns. So we won't do that. You see where this column break text came through? That's how the columns would actually break if you were able, all of the ingredients would be in the left column, and all of the instructions from preheat the oven all the way down to store the leftovers in the refrigerator would be in the rightmost column. It's very frustrating to me that line spacing, shape outline, none of that. So I just don't see. But I will ask you, let's get rid of where it says column break. Okay. And then I would put just a space in between there. So now you have all of your ingredients and you have all of your instructions. So format the text into two columns. It just cannot be done. Next step, resize the text box to fit better on the screen. Let's make it 3.94 inches wide. So you've got it selected. I don't even know if you can do that. Design, shape, width. You can 3.94 inches wide. Oh, I'm sorry, 9.44 inches wide. I knew that looked small. So 9.44 inches wide. Okay, so we've done that, and there's nowhere here. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's like that. So your text box is 9.43 inches wide. Okay. It also wants us to make it a certain height, but I don't believe that that's available in the online version of Microsoft Office. It is. Here's the height. 3.94 high. So it's almost there, 3.94 high. All right, great. Now, next step. And it says reposition the text box to display better on the slide if necessary. And it is very necessary. So we're going to select it. We're going to shift it over, maybe in alignment with the text above. Okay. However you think it looks great. I'm sure I will think it looks great as well. All right. So now your pumpkin pie page or slide is looking pretty good. Now we're going to add headers and footers. Enter the text Munson's Pickles and Preserves Farm Cookbook into the slide footer. So I'm going to right click and copy, or I'm going to go over here and click copy. So we're going to put that in the footer, and we're not going to let it appear on the first slide. So here we go. So we're here. We're going to insert a footer. This is the footer command. And the footer, when we open it, and we're not going to show it on the title slide, and then I'm going to paste the text. Okay, so I'm going to apply to all. See, that's your only option. But then, although don't show on title slide is selected, when you click apply to all, it just does it. So go back on your title slide, select that footer, and just hit delete on your keyboard and make it go away. So now you have added a footer on the second slide that you created. Link to another presentation. Use the text cookbook on the first slide to link to another PowerPoint presentation. This is a task I don't think that you can do. Let's see. So we're doing cookbook, and we're going to insert a link. We can insert a new slide or a table, pictures, shapes, icons, smart art text box, a footer or a slide number. You cannot link it. So I'm going to say that now your file number 2 is complete, because my remote learners, you cannot complete this task. So at this point, what you need to do is save the Cornerstone 2 cookbook starter file, and that is the file that you will turn in for file number 2 on the Cornerstone activity. Okay. So I hope this helps, and have a great rest of the day.